Today I'm going to make a simple plant hanger hook. It's going to be made out of one piece of 1/2 inch or 12 mil bar that is 21 inches long, and while I'm waiting for the forge to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and mark this out. So on one side I'm going to come 3 inches or 75 mil in and mark that, and then from the other side I'm going to come 11 inches or 280 mil in and mark that. Now I'm just going to throw it in the forge and get it hot. So I'll start by just chamfering this. Flip it 180. Now the other two sides. And now I'll just straighten it out. As it begins to cool, you can see the chamfers better and touch up anything that isn't quite right. Double check for straight and back in the fire. On the side that I measured the 11 inches from, I'm just going to round over the end on two sides. So just put a U shape on the end, and that's good for this. I'm just going to put the first couple inches back in, and now I'm just going to flatten the end. I'll smooth out this transition. And I'll bring the chamfer around. So this is where I'll drill in the first hole for mounting. Next, I'll put it in the heat just past the 11-inch mark so that I can flatten out to match this another point for mounting. Okay, I'll find the mark. And just like this one, I'm going for about half the width. So from 12 mil down to 6 or half down to 1/4. Again, I'll smooth out the transitions and I'll extend the chamfer through. Just always keeping it straight at the end of each heat. Now I'll just put it back in the heat and give it a brush. Now I'll let it cool off so that I can easily drill the holes while it's nice and flat and easy to get in the drill press. So first I've center punched in the middle of both of the depressions to mark where I want to drill the hole, and with a 1/4 inch or 6.4 mil bit, I'm just going to put holes in them. Now I'm going to come back with a countersink bit. Okay, I'll just clean that up and then back to the forge. So the last thing to do to the bottom half of the piece is get it hot and add a twist. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this in the vise and I'm going to give it 3 full twists. One, 2, and 3. Now I'll straighten it up at the anvil. Alright, so that's the bottom half done. I'll spin it around and finish the top half. So the first thing I'll do here is chamfer and brush the top. For the top twist, I'm going to do 2 full twists. And I'm going to put the wrench just under the 3-inch mark that I put on the bar in the very beginning. One, 2. Now I'll straighten it up at the anvil. And brush it. Next, I'm going to draw the 3 inches above that mark out into a taper. So I'm just going to put the end back in the fire. I'm going to draw that out to an 8-inch taper, so I'm going to measure that and put a mark on my anvil so that I can just quickly reference that to see when I'm getting close. So it's about 6.5 or 7, so a bit more. While I'm waiting for that to heat up, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the vise to put the hook in it. Just gonna clamp these in, which I'll be able to bend the hook around. So that's getting really close to the length I want. About a 1/2 inch, 12 mil shy. Now I'm just gonna get it hot and chamfer this, and that should draw it out to the final length. Any last little flattening, straighten it out, and add the chamfer. Now I'll just heat it up and brush it. As I'm doing this heat, I'll keep quenching the tip to not let it get too hot and burn up while the rest is heating up. The next step is really quick. I'll fold the tip over, quench it so that I can't bend it, and then bring it over here to actually bend the hook in. So I'll just fold the tip over, quench it, I can bend the hook in, get that nice and flat, and that's it. So lastly, I'll use the induction forge to heat up just right above the second mounting point and bend it over. I could do this in the main forge, but I have to heat up the whole end to be able to get this. So the induction forge allows me to target exactly where I want the bend, just get that hot, bring it to the vise, and bend it over. Just checking for 90. Okay, that looks good. So now I'll just throw it back in the forge, get it warm, and put a coat of wax on to finish it up. I hit the thin part first because that cools off the quickest, and then that gives me time to come back and get the thicker parts. Okay, that's it for the finishing coat. When they're in stock, these are available on my website, and I'll show you some pictures of them mounted. But for now, that's it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.